Hello?
Hello?
Hey, shit, I just realized what time it was.
What?
Said shit, I just realized what time it was.
What do you mean you just realized what time it was? What the hell were you doing?
On the phone like crazy.
I was like Fluffer.
You were what?
He's on the phone. You're right.
You're on the
Motley.
phone with who?
You're recording, so I can't answer that question at this time.
Smart man.
Yeah. I'll answer it off the air.
Gotcha. Well, as you all know, this is another episode of the Non Intern Show that Nicole's not going to edit and upload and put it up on our page.
Okay,
but we're going to record it, though.
In my defense, the other one is edited, and I still haven't figured that one out. It's going to be a lost episode. But, so no, the last week's will be put up tonight.
No, it won't.
And if we're lucky, this one will be put up tonight, too.
No, it won't.
Don't bring it just laughing production, not, do it. That's fine.
What?
Don't worry about how we feel about it.
Hey, I'm not the only one that has access to it,
But I've been told that I can't edit it properly. You're the only one that can edit this BS.
I have
That's what happens
OCD.
when the girl's in charge.
I have OCD.
She thinks she's in charge, and I allow her to think she's in charge. That's the miracle of this particular situation.
Wow.
Keep
Yes,
telling
It's
yourself
already
that, Jim.
deep, and we're just a couple minutes in.
do you got your
I
waiters?
don't know if I can handle all
Oh,
this.
God, Corey's on too. Jeez, oh, Pete.
Yes, Motley's on. Could you hear him, Fluffer?
Yes, Fluffer. Corey's on too.
No, all I can hear is like the Charlie Brown episode. All I hear is murmur.
Oh, yeah, that's what you hear.
So I'm fine with that.
He hears the teacher from Charlie Brown when he hears you talking Motley.
Ooh, that's
He
cold.
laughed,
That's
Fluffer.
cold.
And you know what laugh he laughed.
Speaking of old, I went to
I just
a
popped
fan. They listen to our show. They've listened to us since
Join us
the old
Sunday
radio station
afternoon.
days, but they are neighbors, and
And I
their
could care
daughters
less
turned
about
2 or
all
3,
that.
and
That's
somebody at that
perfect.
party did not know who Winnie the Pooh and Tigger were.
What? They didn't know who Winnie the Pooh and Tigger were?
No, they never heard of that. The mom was like, "Stop bouncing like Tigger." She's like, "Who's Tigger?" Winnie the Pooh's buddy. Who's Winnie the Pooh?
Oh my gosh.
I know. I was like, as soon as Jim said, that's old, it just made me think of that. And oh my God, it was just, I can't believe that.
Speaking of old, Fluffer, didn't you just have a kid graduate?
Oh.
Yes, I did. My oldest Josh graduated, and he leaves for college in August, like
Awesome.
17th or something.
Okay, now that I got to ask, have you got your first gray pubes yet?
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Really? Seriously?
He's ancient and old now. Come on, you know this.
Ashley told me it was normal for guys my age not to have pubes. They haven't
If you
grown
did
yet.
have great pubes, or Jim, suppose you had great
I'm going to have a
pubes.
talk with her.
Oh, Jim doesn't. See, Jim's, yeah.
Would you use one of those like hair care products for your pubes to keep them looking like, brown or
You know what they
black or
say,
whatever?
if you trim the bush, it makes the trunk look bigger.
Oh my God,
I
you
love
guys,
it.
seriously?
I love it. No, the Fluffer, what you missed is Motley just asked if I use hair care products to make sure that my gray bush remains non-gray.
And what did Fluffer say?
I love it. Fluffer didn't say anything yet, and I haven't responded to Motley
Yeah,
yet.
I did. I said if you trim the bush, the trunk looks bigger.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Well,
Yeah,
just
and then, as my friend Shadow always say, he likes dating girls with small hands because it makes the trunk look bigger too.
all I got to say to respond to that, Motley, is Miss Clairol, Dark Ages.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh my goodness! So, what have you guys done over the last week?
Well, I'd like
Josh had his
personally, I'd like
graduation
to hear your
ceremony,
film.
and then
You know what? Let me try this again. Let me try this again.
Longer.
Let me try this one more time because nobody can hear each other. So, Motley, what have you done this week?
Nobody cares.
I've been Jerry curling my pubes. It makes my penis look longer.
Yeah, at what point is this not funny anymore?
Oh my goodness!
Do we dare ask Fluffer?
Fluffer, what have you been up to this last week?
I don't even want to know what Corey said.
You're right, you don't.
You're gonna have to listen to the show to hear it. It's funny and it's worth it, though.
No, Josh had his graduation ceremony, and then we're just planning a graduation party for him, and his like going away party thing.
Sounds like Motley had a more entertaining weekend.
Probably.
When do you?
My brother turned 50. We went out drinking for his 50th birthday.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah, we went to a restaurant, and I think he had a little too many because he was pretty adamant about where we were sitting, and the waiter did not like that at all.
Wait, what?
What? The waiter didn't like where you guys were sitting?
No, my brother wanted all of us to sit at the bar. My brother's tall. My brother's like 6'6".
Okay, big
so
tall
like
guy,
a normal
sure.
booth doesn't fit him.
Oh, I understand
so normally
that.
when we go out, we like a high table or a bar.
Sure.
Well, they won't let us sit at the bar all together.
Why not?
The COVID thing, I don't know. It's like the COVID's on the bar. I don't know. And
well, you shouldn't have said that you're going to sit at the bar. You're going to sit at the bar to protest, and then it would have been fine.
Right?
Oh, I should have done that.
Yeah,
I should have
so
thrown.
Look,
Yeah.
we're just
Now
having
you know what to do
We're
next
not going to sit
time.
at the bar to drink. We're going to sit at the bar to protest. That means COVID won't be around us. It's afraid of protest because, as you know, all these protests.
It's immune.
Yeah, you're allowed to be close
The protesters
together.
had those Molotov things.
Now, wait a
so shouldn't
minute.
I ask
If you
for a
guys are
Molotov?
just not
Wait,
going
hold
to
on.
drink
Light it, throw it at
protest,
the bar?
I'm drinking.
What was that, Motley?
What was that, Molly? I'm sorry.
If you guys are going to protest and not drink, I'm drinking.
So am I.
You guys can fill me in later. Yeah.
No, he was just talking about how his son's graduating. They're doing the party. They're trying to get stuff together, and they went to a restaurant and to celebrate his brother's 50th birthday. And his brother's really tall, 6'6". So he either really needs a high table or they like to sit at the bar. Well, the particular place they were at, they wouldn't let him sit at the bar. So that you heard my answer. It says you shouldn't have said that you're sitting at the bar to drink. You're sitting at the bar to protest. Because then COVID,
Right.
Protest, you can have as many people as you want as close together, and COVID just doesn't bother anybody at a protest.
Right.
But yeah, it was a Mexican restaurant, and
Hey, and
so while we're sitting there
congratulations
waiting,
to
they've got
Fluffer's
2 or
kids.
3 high top tables, and
Hold
they
Wait a
wouldn't
minute.
seat
My
the people
Google
at the
Home
high
is
top
talking to me
tables
for no reason.
in front of us.
Fluffer's talking to you. Hold on.
Congratulations to Fluffer's older son.
This is gonna be so much easier when we're in studio.
I know.
It's going to be so much
Motley
easier
says
when we're in studio.
congratulations to Josh on his graduation.
And
Well,
actually,
good. He got an invite. I don't see him accepting the invite to the graduation party.
Real quick. When I'm thinking about Dylan, moved on from the 6th grade with the
Hold on, Fluff.
3.89 GPA.
we saw that, Motley. That's impressive. That's
Yeah, that
really
is
cool
really
that Minnie
awesome.
Motley had a great grad GPA. That's awesome.
Great grand
Yeah, all
GPA.
A's.
Yeah.
Pretty
Well, his
much all
grandpa
A's.
picked him up from school in a freaking Corvette. I mean,
So,
how
we're
cool
really
is that?
proud
The
of
last day of school.
That is pretty cool.
That's sweet, Fluffer. That's sweet that Grandpa picked him up in a Corvette. Whoo.
I know. I picked up my kids in an '82 Datsun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the kids
Right.
felt good about that.
Motley Fluffer's kids got picked up in an '83 Datsun.
Dotson?
Yeah, you heard it right.
An '83 Datsun.
Oh, a classic version.
yeah. Well, no, I mean,
Dylan got picked up and drove around in a Corvette.
That's what we were
you're
talking about.
saying that's
Fluffer
awesome.
said that.
Woohoo.
But I saw Dylan in a picture with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because he's
And
popular.
Dylan takes the funniest pictures. Is like
He does.
He won't stand up straight. He's got to like hunch over. I don't know what that is.
That's his pose. He's got his own thing. We all
It's
do our
a
own thing.
just little thing.
Yep.
Ah, yes.
He's such a handsome little guy, and then all of a sudden you want to take a picture, and he won't smile, even though his dentist tells him he has crooked teeth. And then he's got to hunch over. I don't get it.
He's a kid.
Crazy. Yeah,
He's a
exactly.
kid.
He's a kid.
Okay, so anyways, what are we talking about this weekend since we're 10 minutes into the show already? And we haven't even
And we're gonna have a funnier show because the one that we're gonna post from last week was way too serious.
Maybe we should not
It was
post that
definitely
one.
way too serious.
No, we should.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
like, do you guys like? It's like a guy with like a buzz cut. Do you like when he styles his hair? Do you like the cool guy with the hair up, or do you like the cool guy
Right.
down? Well, it's the same freaking haircut either way.
Right.
So post
Yep.
it up, and do you guys like the serious talk? Do you guys like the comedy? Do you guys want a mixture of the both?
Right. Yep.
Maybe people out there want us to talk political.
I know. I'm actually. I posted something. I normally don't post stuff like political stuff or anything like controversial.
You screwed up.
I don't care. You can only keep your thoughts to yourself or bite your tongue for so long. And now there is another young man that was killed by the police within the last couple days. And he was
down in Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am sorry. I'm sorry. But you can't just take an officer's weapon, whether it be his taser or his gun, and not expect repercussions from that. And seriously.
No, somebody posted also that there in Chicago last week there was a black cop shot a white, I don't know what you want to call him, like gangbanger or whatever, the pants half off his ass in the car, but that never made it to like national news.
Yeah, all right, let's just think happy thoughts, and we all have our own opinions, and it's not gonna coincide with other people's opinions, and that's okay. We don't all have to think the same, because if we did, what kind of world would this be? Oh wait,
no. You gotta have you gotta have a black tea or white. You know what I mean?
That would be really boring. So
you gotta have the complete opposite, and that makes it fun in radio.
Yep, and this world would be a boring place if everybody thought the same, just like you just said, Motley. And
if everyone thought the same as me, everybody would be naked and drinking tequila all day long, driving in convertibles.
Ouch.
That's what I do. A little hot on the stuff when you sit down on those seats, but it is what it is.
Get cloth seats. You don't need leather seats.
Oh, that's true. You know what?
Or that's Jim and Nicole.
You do need leather seats if you have a convertible.
Hi, how are you? Is that the kid that called us all the time?
Yeah, that's Maya. I can't remember. Maya called one of you all the time, then Jaden called the other one.
I don't remember what it was.
I think it was always Maya.
I thought so too, but yeah, it doesn't matter. That's funny stuff.
Yeah, I think Maya called Jim, and Jaden was the one that called Nicole.
That's still funny. That's awesome.
Yeah.
For those of you who are wondering, we get dials from Fluffer's kids on a regular basis. Well, not anymore.
My kids have,
when they were younger. Yeah, when they were younger.
When they were much younger.
Yeah, my kids have, Jaden's known, Motley since birth, because, that's how I knew Motley's, because Ashley's friends with Dylan's mom. But my kids, two of my kids have known all three of you since birth.
Right.
Yeah.
And they used to get a hold of my phone and, let's see who we can call at 2:00 in the morning. Oh, I'm going to call Jim Smith. Oh, and the other one, I'm going to call California Girl.
And the thing is that she probably wasn't just saying, I'm going to call this person, because at that age, she can't read. She doesn't know what she's doing. She would call the last call.
Yes, and back in the day when we were working together, we talked to each other like 8 times a day.
That's what it was, too.
Yeah, exactly.
She was calling the last call.
That's some funny stuff.
That is some funny stuff.
So, Motley, can we talk about your predicament that you're in? I mean,
are you still in a predicament?
Are you still in a predicament? Have you cleared it up?
Penicillin will clear it up.
Yes, penicillin will clear it up.
Penicillin, yeah. What was that, Motley? I'm sorry?
Free and clear.
What?
Whoa, we lost you.
Free and clear.
Cool.
Oh,
awesome.
Good. That's good. For those of you who don't know.
Don't say, whoa, we lost you.
I
don't say, whoa, we lost you.
Because that doesn't work too well, because Motley recently tested for the COVID-19. He had to test it because he went to work, and he was like a 0.0 something away.
He had a temperature.
I mean, he had a slight temperature, and the next thing you know, it was on the day that we were almost 100 degrees here in Traverse City. Well, not 100, but 90.
And they wouldn't let him go to work because he had a slight temperature?
It was very slight.
Just to make sure, the thing is that, the people that I work for at the dish, because we're handling people's food, are very strict with the numbers. And that's a great thing, really.
I honestly think so also.
Sure nobody gets sick.
They're just being extra cautious, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that at this time. I think that's an awesome idea.
No.
And that's
so I went and I took the test at the walk-in clinic over there by Pizza Hut in Traverse City and US 31.
Right. Know where that is.
And I've heard a lot of people complain about it. It's not comfortable because they stick the Q-tips kind of.
Oh, you're cutting out.
Your nostril, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's really not bad.
Is it like the flu swab?
They're waiting.
Is it like when you get tested for the flu and they stick that thing up into your brain? It feels like they're like if it doesn't hurt, we're not doing it right, and they stick it into your nose as far up as they can.
It's a little bit. I'm not sure if it goes up the same. I think so, because that one almost feels like it goes like straight up at an angle.
The flu test?
They have you for this one. They use a Q-tip, and they have you tilt your head straight back. and they're kind of going in at an angle where the Q-tip from the really like the tip of your nose at a 90-degree angle straight in.
Ew. Yeah, they're poking your brain.
And it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's fine. The worst part is waiting for results.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, I'm sure.
I bet.
The time, the agony of sitting around going,
do I? I mean, you're sitting there thinking, what's the worst thing that could happen? Well, death.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have COVID-19 and die. That's the worst.
Yeah, I mean, there aren't many days where you wake up and you're like, well, what could the outcome be today? I mean, there can always be that day, but it's weird sitting around thinking, okay, you're waiting for test results, and you're not. I'm in fine health, and there wasn't much chance of me getting any complications from it, but you never know. And but I'll tell you, it was different, like going through it with everybody else, and then going through waiting for results was a different thing. It was weird.
I don't even want to imagine it, but it's crazy because you're the first person that I personally know that like.
I'd have to say, yeah, you're the first person I know.
But then that same day, we found out that TJ McKay also.
He didn't have it.
No, neither
He's
does
the first
Motley.
person that he had to be tested.
Yes, I know.
There we go. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
I mean,
How big was the temperature discrepancy? Was it like a full degree, or was it like a point something?
What was your temperature, Motley?
No, the temperature discrepancy he had. What did you say?
100.7.
100.7,
The
Fluffer.
threshold is 100.4.
Oh, gee, really?
And the threshold is 100.4.
Yeah,
That's
but
that's
three
nitpicking right there.
and it was different.
And he was just saying that they took his temperature 3 different times and got 3 different readings. And again, this was
Right.
the hottest day that we dealt with last week, if my memory serves me right. Is that correct,
Yeah.
Molly?
Right.
And it's in
Yeah,
a kitchen.
But,
I mean, it's going to be hotter than outside to begin with.
Right, and then he's going into a kitchen, so of course it's going to be hotter than what's outside to
Right.
begin with. Yeah, you're right, 100%.
But yeah, it was.
And Motley's responsible enough of a person. I've known him forever, so I feel like I can say this.
Hold on, Motley.
Hold on.
He doesn't feel good. Motley's responsible enough where, you know what,
All
I'm
right,
starting to
you
get
guys.
the same symptoms.
Motley,
I'm
hold on.
not going to go to work.
That was really interesting. We'll try to decipher what you both were saying.
You need a quarter ring.
We need to figure out how to do this.
See, we should do a special.
I need to be able to hear
intro show. Oh, geez. Shut up, Corey.
Oh, my goodness.
It was okay, but what I was saying earlier was it was weird because we see Motley that he's getting tested, and he's the first person I know personally that had to be tested for, not because of like going to a doctor or getting a procedure done, because he had a fever. They potentially thought he actually could have had it. Then that very same day, TJ McKay had to be tested and was waiting for results too, because he actually did come in contact with somebody that had it. But he did test negative, thank God.
Who's TJ McKay?
You know TJ?
Who?
So when next time we're in studio, should we have Corey wear a hazmat suit?
Yes.
Yes, that's
How
what it
about
means.
we all just
The
wear
next
hazmat
time-
suits
the next time that
and
we're all
double
just-
layer masks?
Oh, and just in case TJ McKay hears this, I will say, I don't know if I brought it up yet, but Rich Nadu from Fox FM, formerly Fox FM, and his wife and Christina and I won the championship in our bowling league this year.
Oh, my goodness.
Incredible mows.
I know
my
you. I
goodness,
know
that's
you were
awesome.
telling
That's
us about
impressive.
that a couple weeks ago, but I didn't know that TJ. Well, we were talking about TJ when it all came about, I think. Or
Yeah,
no, I don't know.
TJ plays on the same league. That's what reminded
Right.
me of it.
Yep. Yeah, because we were telling you that we got the board from TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if TJ hears this and he didn't win the championship, I did.
Oh, you did. Here, hand me my phone. You want me to tell him?
Yeah, please.
Okay, what was it? What am I telling him?
What was what?
What am I telling
Huh?
him? Never mind.
Yeah, that's
TJ,
what
no,
I
tell
thought.
TJ that, just in case he wants to be around a winner of the bowling league, that he can give me a call and we can talk. Because one of us won the championship and one of us did.
to put out
So you're gonna actually talk to him?
What's that?
You're actually gonna talk to him, or are you gonna have like your people talk to him for you?
Oh, I love TJ. You kidding? It's always cool Point League night because you got Rich there, you got TJ, and we're all sitting there hacking on each other and having fun. It's always a good time.
Well, the only reason I asked is basically in a nutshell because, I mean, you were sitting there giving them a hard time and, well, you know, hoping that, yeah. So, who's the worst bowler on your team?
On our team?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's not good with their balls?
So,
yeah, Fluffer wants to know who's not good with their ball.
Let's just say everybody came through in the clutch with their balls when they needed to.
Oh, here's his response, Fluffer. Everybody came through with their ball when they needed to. So he's not admitting that he was like the worst man on the team.
No, I started with an average of 120 something and I ended up with like a 139.
What? Your average is a 139?
Yeah, that's horrible.
My speed limit is an average of 139.
But I will tell you this, near the end of the year, I bowled 200 games, 209 and 231.
That's impressive. That's pretty good. 209 and 231 is really good game.
Just using an alley ball and alley shoes.
That's all
So we
I
did
use.
pretty good. We won the league by one game, so we did just enough.
That's pretty good. That's awesome. Well, congratulations to you guys winning. And, you know, what was the name of the team?
Team 11.
Team 11.
We got real creative.
How many teams were there?
16.
That's what I thought. 16 teams, and they were Team 11. Ooh, what a unique name.
Yeah. We'll go with Team 11.
Well, congratulations, Team 11. So, Fluffer, are you back to work driving those buses yet?
Nope.
Why not? What's going on?
I'm self-quarantining.
Why? Did you have a fever?
California girl's doing the same thing.
Did you have a fever too?
I'm self-quarantining and then some medical stuff, and I think I told you guys about that earlier. And
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
okay. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. We're just making sure, seeing if you're, doing okay, getting back to work and doing your thing yet.
Nope.
I know this much. It's really weird out there right now in society,
is.
guys. I mean, you walk into a store, you walk into the bank, you walk in anywhere, and you got these plastic fillers, and the place smells like Clorox bleach finally. And that's the question I've always had. If they're doing it now, in other words, after every transaction, they're cleaning everything off and whatnot, what the heck took...
Why weren't they doing it forever?
2,020 years. Yeah, exactly. Why haven't they been doing this forever if this is the new norm?
Well, we started taking out pop cans back, and they got those little partitions in between, like the vending machine.
Hold on, Motley, hold on.
What is that little piece of cardboard going to protect you from?
It's not. That's the thing. I mean, in all reality, from what I understand, cardboard is one of the surfaces that it takes the longest to remove it from.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, not remove it for it to die off from. So, yeah, I don't know. Now, what were you saying, Motley? I'm sorry.
I want to know why the hell, after all these years, all the technology we have, why they can't make bleach smell like something.
Make bleach smell like what?
Something else.
Well, why can't they make bleach smell like something else? I don't know, but you're right.
Well,
give it a scent.
Do you want it to smell like ass?
Or mango.
Right.
It already does.
It kind of does.
Because
smell
it's
like
chlorine.
Ass, yeah.
Chlorine has a specific smell, and sometimes they do make scented bleach, but chlorine is chlorine, and it's got that specific smell to it. I mean, you smell it in the pools, you smell it in your bottle of bleach.
Well, no kidding. You go to some of these big box stores, and there's so much chlorine smell, it smells like you're in the kiddie pool.
Yep.
No question. Yeah, I walked into one of our economy dollar stores, we'll call it. And it's not that they're doing a bad job at cleaning. The place smelled phenomenal. I mean, it smelled clean. But
why couldn't it be like that before?
Yeah, I was just going to say, this particular store has been there for at least, 7-8 years. And it's just now smelling awful clean.
Well, I'm one of those people, like, if you're sick, don't come to work if you work at a grocery store or a big box
clean
store.
If you don't have to, right?
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But now, if you're sick, they tell you to stay home. That's the way it should have been forever.
Yeah, you know what
no,
it
but
is.
they make you come in instead.
Yeah, it's not...
or you lose your job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's happened to you a few times, California girl.
Yeah, I have lost my job because I had asthma really, really bad to where I was actually being put into the hospital.
She was in the hospital.
Well, didn't you
And
work
they let her
someplace
go.
and they gave you shit because I want to say you got like an infection in your eye or something? years ago?
I
remember you got like a really bad infection. I don't remember if it was sinuses or in your eye.
I had it in my eye, and I also at the same time had pneumonia. And I literally they sent me home. And then sent me an email when I got home and told me I was let go.
And then you went to another place where you got grease in your eye, and then they gave you shit for it.
Yep.
Well, that's a totally different story, Fluffer. That one.
Yeah, but still,
I wasn't sick.
I know the story, but I'm just making the point of they didn't give a shit.
That was their company policy with that store, and with the situation that happened. I mean, I wasn't sick. So that can't even be brought up into this whole conversation of everything. But I have lost jobs because I was sick, and I physically could not make it into work. The thing with getting something in my eye
at work because I've been sick.
Hey, you know,
they just couldn't wait to get rid of you.
Yeah, that's
true. You know what, guys? I was just reading. I was just reading something here the other day. No, today I was reading something today. There's a 9-year-old kid from Kenya that invented a hand washing machine. Now, 9 years old and invented a machine that allows scrubbing your hands, so you don't have to do it. It automatically put your hand in there. It does the scrubbing and whatnot. Now, I remember when I was 9 years old.
It doesn't scrub your hands.
I remember eating candles, hoping that my farts will light easier. I mean, we got this kid from Kenya inventing a hand washing machine. Oh my goodness!
That's a country where I don't think they have water available like we do.
No, exactly.
And that's why it's such a big deal.
Exactly, and the schooling, the education, and whatnot. It's not as well as most first world countries.
Here in our country, we have really, really nice hand washing stations for at the fair, in the festivals. You can walk right up to the thing, put your foot on it. It washes your hands.
You got to touch nothing.
But for Kenya, for a 9-year-old boy, and you got to imagine they're not in a city.
Mm-mm.
They're probably out in the middle of nowhere. But this is huge for his village.
I mean, I can't even imagine that. I mean, he's in Kenya. Can you imagine being 9 years old milking your yak and, I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to invent something to wash my hands.
And he did.
You're thinking about inventing anything at 9 years old? Come on, seriously.
This kid's going to go places for sure.
A little robot that brings me beer in bed.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Exactly.
That's a transformer.
And that's at 36 years old, not 9.
But
I invented it, but...
This young man, though... He did get an award from the president of Kenya, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I invented 3 kids. That's how I got my robot to bring me beer in bed.
And with that, let's call it a wrap.
And with that, I suggest we call it a wrap. I mean, oh my goodness.
What a rant.
This is an interesting show this week.
We should just call it the Rant Show.
Well, I say at Josh's going away graduation party, since everyone got invited, let's do a special non-intern show there because it's on a Saturday.
Did you invite us?
And I'm sure we're all going to have cocktails, and it'll be definitely an interesting show.
How come we didn't get an invite to this graduation party?
You did too.
I'm looking.
Oh, you didn't get an invite?
No. Did you get an invite, Motley?
Oh, I did.
What's it called?
Oh, he gives you a hard time, and he invites Motley, but you and I are not invited, Nicole.
Oh, he loves me. Fluffer.
Is it Josh and Jacob's graduation party going away?
Yeah, it was Josh's graduation party / going away party, but Jacob's his best friend, so we're doing a joint.
Wow. That explains it. You're not personally invited, are you, Nicole?
I don't see that.
No, not at all.
Bullshit. It's on there.
Wait. Hold on. I can go to invited and I can see.
Yeah, we're looking at invites right now. We're not in there, are we?
Not yet.
No. But Fluffer's invited himself.
We are not invited.
We are not invited on this.
Well, let's see. I'll go right into
Sarah is invited. Josh Burns is invited. Ashley Burns.
Invited.
David Helpson. Ray
invited.
King.
Yeah.
You invited. Ray the Gourmet.
Yeah, but we're not in there.
And and Jason the driver's wife, Michelle.
Yep.
Other than that,
if you look, those are people who they are going.
Oh.
Yeah, go to the invited section.
I was.
Nicole. Oh, there you are.
I
She's
was
number
on the
one.
invited, though.
No, you were not.
I originally
you
clicked
were
on
not.
invited.
You clicked on.
Watched me originally click on invited, and it jumped to a different screen.
She's trying to say that she did it right.
I did because he sat there and watched me and encouraged me.
It automatically switched on its own. But guess what? When we went to the invite, guess who's the first person that's on the invite?
Me. You're not invited, Jim. Haha.
But wait a minute.
You're not invited, Jim. Haha.
Nicole, you weren't invited.
You might be.
You just said.
You might be. See, like there you are.
Nicole's first? Oh, I thought I put Jim first.
Oh, no. Nicole's the number one person on the invite that did not
Nicole was number
respond.
one.
It's not number
138.
one. That's just because I'm there, you dork.
It's number one. You're right on the top of the... I'll take a screenshot of it
Okay,
right now.
go to your page and you'll be number one at the top,
I don't have
too.
to. There you are.
No, okay.
Jim is always number one.
I know, right? And he lets it go to his head.
I know that's going to irk her.
Is the cackling done yet, ladies?
No.
Oh, he just said Jim's always number one.
Yeah, because that's going to piss off Nicole. That's going to irk her.
I don't care.
Either do I. That's why I said it.
So did you respond to the invite yet, Nicole?
No, remember, she wasn't invited.
That's right. She wasn't invited. Oh, she put maybe.
I'm going to have to change the title to Everyone's Welcome but Nicole now.
What it really means is no.
Yes, Fluffer. Yes, you need to change the title to Everybody's Welcome except Nicole.
Sorry, if you're from California, you got to stay home.
Oh, that's right. Californians aren't welcome at this particular point.
Yeah, sorry.
This is a Michigan.
We don't want any of the
graduation
hippies
party.
there.
No hippies.
Oh,
Ooh.
snap.
No hippies.
No hippie.
Oh, I get. Oh, so does that mean Corey's yellow car that says California on it can't come?
Oh, he wants to know if your car that says California can't come now, Motley.
Wow,
Oh,
see how that turned around
listen.
real fast?
Tell.
I didn't say.
Fluffer that
I didn't
when
say
get
Motley
there,
couldn't come. I
into
just
the
said his
driveway
yellow
and bend
car couldn't
over, and
come.
we'll see where that
But I gotta be
license plate
fair.
ends up.
You know, I don't want you to, report me and then I'm all over the news that I'm,
Discriminatory?
against California people.
It's too late. You're all over this show saying that.
No, I love California.
All right. With that being said, I am Jim Smith.
I'm Dave the Fluffer.
I'm California Girl.
It's Motley.
It's Molly. And that's a wrap of the Non Intern Show this week.